Hi, I'm Paula. Thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to tell you about the Husqvarna Viking Topaz 25. This is a lovely little machine and it's perfect for those of us who like to do a little bit of everything. A little bit of dressmaking, a little bit of quilting, and even a little bit of embroidery. A few years ago, the Husqvarna Viking Opal 670 won a Consumer's Best Buy award for sewing machines. What Husqvarna have done is taken that basic 670 machine, upgraded it, and then added an embroidery module. So basically, the Topaz 25 is an Opal 670 that also does embroidery. It also has our exclusive sensor system, which is a fantastic feature for those of us who like to use a variety of different fabrics. The machine can sense how thick and how many layers of fabric you're sewing through, and it will adjust on the fly. So while you're sewing, it'll adjust the foot pressure and it will also adjust the tension so that you get the perfect stitch quality no matter what fabric you're using. The way I like to explain it is, imagine you're hemming your jeans. To start with, you're only sewing through maybe 2 or 3 layers of denim. But by the time you get to your side seam, you can be sewing through 8, even 9 layers of denim. So the exclusive sensor system basically senses when you get to that side seam, and it will adjust everything for you so you get a perfect hem, no matter how many layers of denim you're sewing through. Another big benefit of this machine is the really large sewing area. So if you're quilting, you'll fit a lot of quilt in that area. You've got about 8 inches from the needle to the edge of the machine. Two of my favourite features on any machine is the thread cutter and also the pivot height feature. This machine has both of those features. So when you have finished a seam, you can press the scissor button and it will cut both of your top thread and your bobbin thread at the same time. It'll also pull both of those threads to the back of your work. So when you're trimming off all those threads at the end, you only have to cut from one side of the fabric. A big bonus in my mind. The other thing that it does is the pivot feature. So you can basically be sewing along if you're doing applique, for example, and when you need to turn a corner, you don't need a knee lift, you don't need to stop and lift that foot lever, because the machine will just lift up just a fraction, about 2 millimeters above the fabric. And that will give you the opportunity to turn your fabric and then keep sewing without needing a knee lift and without lifting up that foot pedal. I use that feature all the time, especially when I'm doing applique. Taking a look at the embroidery side of the machine now, this machine can take up to a 240 by 150 hoop. If you're considering upgrading your machine, maybe you have a Designer 1, a Designer 2, or even an SE, or even older machines, this machine is a really great upgrade. It basically eliminates the problem that we had of old technology. With the older machines, you had to use cards to get your embroidery designs onto the machine. This machine uses a USB port so you can download your designs, put them onto the stick, and they're ready to stitch out on the machine. You don't have to worry about old versions of Windows. If you do have an older version of software though, this machine is also compatible with that. So all you need to do is save your designs onto a USB stick and bring them straight into the machine. Really easy. This machine does come with some complementary software as well. One of my favourites is the font software. You can use that to convert any font that's available anywhere on the internet into embroidery stitches. So you can download your font, take it into the software and convert it over to actual stitches. It makes logo designs and even towel embroidery really easy to give as gifts. So what does the machine come with? It comes with quite a lot of accessories, so let's have a look at those. With a little bag here with some samples that you can use to get started. You've got some fabric and some stabilizer in there, also some threads, and they're perfect for getting started. You also get 2 books in the pack. You get this little sampler book here which shows you every single design that can be stitched out using this machine, and it also comes of course with your manual. What I suggest is when you get your new machine, take out the manual, make yourself a cuppa and have a good read. It's much easier to understand what your machine can do before you try and problem solve. So have a read of the manual and you'll find a lot of those problems you're having will be easily solved. I have the machine set up here for embroidery, so let's turn it on and I'll show you what it looks like. First of all, the machine will do some calibrating, and when the embroidery unit is connected, the first thing it'll do is ask you to calibrate the machine. By pressing the OK button on the screen, this bar here will move a fraction and get set up into the perfect position. You can then choose your designs off the USB stick and you can stitch out any design you like. Recently, I created a project exclusively using the Topaz 25. It's on the Intercraft website. I'll put a link down below. If you want to have a go at creating that project, the Topaz 25 is the perfect tool to use. It creates a beautiful little placemat with an embroidery and a frayed edge. You can also make a napkin and a napkin ring, and they're all coordinated to look really cute together. At the moment, the Topaz 25 is on special at a really ridiculous price. It's 50% off. So the Topaz 25 is now just $1,999. So get to your Husqvarna dealer and have a play with it today.